Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome to tonight's live stream. Oh, we're a little bit late. I say a little bit. We're 24 minutes late. That's the latest I've been in a long time, but it's been a bit of a crazy day. There we go, everybody. Yes, I am here. My eye hasn't fallen out yet. Everything is fine. Okay, so for those of you who didn't see in last night's live stream, I had a little bit of a problem with my eye, and it's not good. It wasn't good, and it was causing problems. But I've had it checked by about 7,000 different people today. I've been driving around getting it sorted, and apparently, according to somebody that I spoke to, there was something wrong with it. There was some sort of thing inside. But that thing is no longer in there. So, in theory, it's just going to get better now. And in addition to that, we had our yearly boiler maintenance service go on here. And after that, for some reason, our central heating decided to go full power on a day which is 29 degrees. So, I've been fixing that. I've got a temporary fix to that situation, and that's I've manually turned the valve off. I got rid of the electric thing off the top of the tap that it meant to control everything. I disconnected that, and I got a spanner. I just turned the whole lot off. So we've got no heating, but we don't need it because it's 29 degrees anyway. But hello, everybody, and welcome to an OpenTTD dev stream where we're going to be doing some mod dev, not dev, mod dev tonight. Now, sometimes I have a timer on these streams. We're just going to get started whenever I can, but I'll do a few bits of news. We've got a monthly giveaway going on at the moment for Farm Manager. Go to portal.masterhellish.net if you want to take part in that. Now, we're going to be doing our community gaming night on Monday. We're doing Age of Empires 2 again. Now, that's going to be on the Variety channel, not this channel. So check that out, get subscribed to that, and come along to the Discord channel where we've got Community Gaming Night, and all the information's in there. We've got the Hellish Weekend and a LAN party in September. Want to know more? Let me know. And we have our very own Master Hellish Community Open TTD server. So, there we go. Wait, the announcements. I haven't missed development. Yes, you haven't missed that because we're late starting due to a number of factors today. Including a lot of people prodding and poking my eye. In fact, at one point, I had my eyelid turned inside out. Is it inside out? I can't remember what the terminology is. But that's what happened. It was strange. And we've got an OpenTTD Viewers game coming up in a few weeks. There's an event on the Discord. Check it out. And of course, do remember to like and all that good stuff on the stream. Right, folks. Now, there is one more job that I have to do before we start the stream. I thought it best I start the stream, update you. Yeah, I had fluorescein something or other put in my eye and stuff, and they had a really good look inside. But yeah, it was weird, to say the least. So, folks, I've updated you. We've got the stream started. Hopefully, everything's okay. I do need to nip off. I will be back momentarily. I'm not going to put a be right back on because it's probably going to take about 30 to 40 seconds, and then we'll start working on some development, shall we? I'll show you what I've been working on since last time. We'll talk about the new repo and everything that's going on. So I'm going to leave you live in this frame, and I'll be back in a moment. No, you know what? No, I'll put some clips on, but ignore the timer. I'll just get rid of the clips when I'm back. Alright, see you. And I crashed the car in the mid switch. I should really switch the controller while he's getting. Oh my goodness!
Red thing. I'm sorry.
Allows them to go back out on the alternate line. Similar thing here. Get that signal back in there. There we go. Because the trains need to return. Red Wolfers, hey, it's good to finally catch a live stream. Yes, a bit late. You're actually quite late. We've only got about. Ooh, there's a new ship available and a new train. Yes. What are the chances? Oh my goodness. Just as we were looking for the ship that we ultimately needed, a ship with decent power, decent speed. Right, folks, a couple more seconds than I thought. Just had to retrieve something. I have, what's it called? A prototype of something potentially for the Hellish store in my hand. And there are some aspects of the prototype which I think are amazing. There's other aspects of the prototype that I think still need to be worked on. Maybe. Actually, no. Okay. I like it. I'm not going to spoil it, but I like it. I'm going to turn this fan on down here. It might make a little bit of noise, but I'm melting. I need some airflow. How's the eye? The eye is starting to feel a bit better, thank you. Right. Does the stream explode? No. No, the stream shouldn't be exploding. Right, how many we got? Okay, cool. What are we going to do? Right, we need to get a few things open and up and running. Now, you're not the only one. Yeah, it's 29 degrees in my office. It's not nice. And what's worse is that to stop my computer from overheating, the fan profile's quite high. And, like, it's blowing on my leg a lot right now. So I've got warm air blowing on me from one side and cold from the other. Well, it's not even cold. Right. I have, for those of you who haven't seen it yet, I have a GitHub repo to share with you. Okay, so this is pinned in the appropriate channel on the Discord. And I think it's also linked on my link tree. But there is now a repo for the OpenTTD mods that we're working on. Robin, welcome to membership. Thank you for supporting me on the channel. That is one of the... Where's the other screen? Yeah, there we go. There's you. You got one of those them there YouTube memberships. So thank you very much. Brandon's like, what's a repo? Repository. Hey, Simulator Adventures, welcome. So there is the GitHub. Okay, it is a public repo. So in theory, if you go there, you should be able to see the code that we've been working on. Now there's a scripts folder, and inside there are currently 3 scripts. Okay, there's a vehicle counter script, which I can't remember what stage that's at. There's the Hello Tycoon script that we made last time, and then there's the stats tracker script, which I made in between streams. It's not finished yet. It's kind of like minimum viable product. It tracks a couple of stats and spits them out in the log files each year. Okay, now I will show you them briefly, and then we'll move on to a new one. Yeah, does that sound like a good idea? Right, that's the wrong thing to open. I tried to open my editor to show you, and I opened the wrong sort of editor. I opened the video editor. You don't want to see what video is coming up, do you? Right then. So in theory, if I press this button, boop, you get code. Right, here we go. So this is the stat tracker. Basically, we've got a bunch of global variables in the constructor, and we sleep to start with to let the game initialize, and it does an init and then goes through a loop. In the init, we load from the loaded data. So if we're doing a game load, we pull in some of the stats so we can keep track between saving and loading the game. Yeah. And then we do the main loop. Now this main loop could do with some work because we check for each year and then we do some stuff. Really, we should probably call a different method, which is like iterate through year. Is this code safe to be shown on stream? I mean, I don't see why not. It's just you can go to the repo and go see the code. No, this is Squirrel. Okay, so for those of you who missed the first one that we did, this is the second. Yeah, I will make the code bigger. If I can remember the keyboard shortcut. There we go. So this is the second stream where we're making these public scripts. They're public. These you can go and check out the code, create your own fork, or contribute to them. Yeah, it's in Squirrel. So yeah, we check for if we're in a new year. If we're not in a new year, it just goes back and goes through the loop again. But if it is a new year, we you know, we work out the number of vehicles and we get the number of stats and all that sort of stuff. We're handling some events here, so we're checking, you know, an event when a company goes bankrupt, when a vehicle crashes, and we've got a save and load class. So the idea here is that this script can, you know, check the kind of keep these stats logged so that you can use them. And I've used these in an upcoming video. Okay, so I just wanted to. This stat tracker is new. The vehicle counter is a bit rubbish, really. The vehicle counter was kind of a stepping stone to the stat tracker, but that's kind of beside the point. Okay, we don't really care too much about that. What's changed? Let's have a look. Okay, that was a bug fix. Okay, there's a bug fix there. Don't care about that. So we're going to do a brand new script, and this is going to be a cargo tracker. Okay, it's going to be a lot more involved. We're probably not going to get through all of it tonight. Depends on how things go. It's going to be quite difficult. Bearing in mind that I am very new to. I'm not a proper developer. Okay, I've done some developing in the past for a short amount of time in like a junior level. Definitely going to need a new drink. That's too warm. But what we're going to do is, because the stat tracker is kind of like the best one I've got as a starting point now, I'm going to take that and use that. Because it's got a yearly cycle and all that sort of stuff, and it's got saving and loading. Do we need that? Ooh, or should we take a step backwards and use Hello Tycoons? Tell you what, we'll use Hello Tycoons. Hello Tycoons. Okay, copy that. Paste. Right. I'll rename this. This one's going to be called Cargo Tracker. Yeah. Hello World. No, we had Hello Tycoons instead of Hello World. So in here we've got a few bits and bobs. This one's called Hello Tycoons. Yeah, let's. This is going to be now Cargo Tracker, and there's going to be a description in here. So for now we'll just say description, and I'll forget to do that later. Version 0 because it's not versioned yet. We are the 25th. There we go. And the rest of it can just stay the same for now. There we go. There's going to be a lot of unknowns in this. We'll figure things out as I go. License is going to be the same. The README we will update at some point. Here's the main one. Here's the main file. Okay. So we're just, for now I'm going to get rid of the save class and the load class. We'll worry about saving and loading later on. I'm going to get rid of this max function. Or am I? Oh, right, hang on a second. How often do we want this script to run? I don't know. Probably daily might be a good idea. Tell you what, let's keep it in for now. We can always, you know, sort that out. Post in it. I like to have a post in it. We'll keep that. Handle events. I don't know if we're probably gonna need to handle some events at some point, but we'll get rid of that. Max permadeath. Oh, I would. You know what? I'm looking forward to Max permadeath coming back to the channel, or at least coming back to its channel, I should say. In theory, it should come back, but we need the main gaming channel to grow and stabilize first. So, on that point, please do, if you're not already subscribed, do subscribe. There we are. We just lost one. That happens every now and then. We do need to get ourselves up. I think if we can get a good number of subscribers, and then we get a good number of viewer plus subscribers, I think we could get to a stable point in the channel, and then bring Max permadeath back again. Yeah. And what we got here. So this is the post in it where it does some logging and some messages. We don't actually need to do any of that, so we can get rid of them. But I want to keep the post in it method for now. We've got the do loop, which is a daily loop, right? I think. While true, sleep, waiting for the ticks to pass. Yeah, and I think 74... Yeah, look, ensure consistent daytime ticking for 1 day equals 74 ticks. Yeah. Oh, nuts. Yeah. We never seem to break 100 subs. Yeah, I mean, every now and then on the Viewer Plus side of things, we go past 100 subs and it just goes back down again. Do you have the original Transport Tycoon Deluxe code? No. No, I don't have the original assembly or whatever it's in for that. I mean, kind of I do. I mean, I have the disk, but you'd have to, like, decompile it or, you know, reverse engineer it. Right, so we got the loop. That happens every day. We could potentially change that to daily loop, make it a little bit more descriptive. That's a new company, monitoring, update months. Yeah, we don't need any of that for now. Keep things neat and tidy. Right. We have our starting point. Now. But if you know assembly, I do not know assembly. Yeah, I'm just looking at that prototype. Do you guys want to see it? Oh, there it is. Looks a bit JavaScripty. No, it doesn't. It's closer to like C++ or maybe C# actually, maybe. In my opinion, I could be wrong. There's a lot of some show it. No, that's it. That's all I'm showing. I'm not showing any more than that. Looks like code, says Brandon. All right then. We're going to break this down into small tasks and then figure out how we do it. Yeah. Now you got to remember, folks, and I think I've. Looking at the comments from the first live stream of this series, it seems that some people misunderstood the situation. I am not here to give you guys a tutorial on how to make mods for OpenTTD. I'm here to sit down and figure out stuff, to learn, to experiment, and to have a go. And I'm bringing you along on that journey, okay? Some people seem to think that I was just trying to tell people how it should be done, and then they were coming in going, but you're making so many mistakes. And I'm like, I'm sat there thinking, well, duh. Like, I'm sat here trying to figure it out and to have fun and just to learn. I'm not here to show people how to do it. Now, if people learn stuff along the way, brilliant. Yeah. Now, before we do anything else, do a commit so we've got a starting point. You know what, Chexo Kid? That's a good point. What we're going to do, I'm going to do... do we need to do the README? Yeah, we probably ought to put a little bit in the README before we get going. Or at least take stuff out of the README, right? Hang on a second, folks. So, cargo tracker. Quick question. Is it possible to add prices to commodities being transported and turn OpenTTD into a commodity trading instead of transport? You could, behind the scenes, manipulate bank account money based on cargo deliveries. But you couldn't do it natively. It would be very script heavy. And quite weird. Oh, also, folks, between now and last time, I had the idea for a Battle Royale OpenTTD. Now, I know Spiff, the Spiff in Brit, did a Battle Royale, but Spiff's Battle Royale was more of a business battle OpenTTD thing, right? The Battle Royale element of his was like people were getting kicked out of the game because all their shares of their company had got purchased. So it kind of was, but it wasn't a Battle Royale in the sense that I have it envisaged. So we're going to move that for the future. And if you want to know about that discussion and contribute to that, we have a thread in the channel. Okay. Right. Now you're making your own mods. You can complain about the other mods readmes if you make good ones yourself. Yes. Yes, I can. Right, so back to the code. Okay, hang on a second. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to empty the README and just leave the titles, okay? Because if I leave this stuff in here, it's incorrect information. Like, in my opinion, it's better to have blank information than it is to have incorrect. Now, the installation process is actually very similar for all of these, but you know what? I'll take it out anyway because it's got the wrong words in it. Now, the license and usage and the created by, I'm going to leave them, okay? So, you know, we've got the link to the GitHub, we've got the link to my link tree, and we've got something saying, yeah, you can use this, whatever, you know? You can, you know, share it with credit if you can. Give me a shout out. I think originally the kind of like text here was like, it would be nice if you gave me a shout out. What's all with the emojis? I like having a few emojis. I like having emojis on kind of like title, on like descriptions and things. It helps me see. And for somebody who's dyslexic, it does break out and draw your attention to the headings quite nicely. When I worked with some people, there was somebody that sent me a message, and then like a few moments later, there was like, "So what do you think? Come on, answer." And I was like, "I haven't finished reading it yet. It's just to me, what you sent is just a wall of text, and that wall of text is near impossible to read without breaking it down." I don't need my own end user license agreement. So it's just going to be done under the standard license, general public license. Yeah, but I just want to say, you know, you can do it. Right, okay, so I've got rid of the stuff there, so we can now actually do the commit. This is a little bit bunched up because of the screen size, but I'm going to say we'll do a commit for added cargo tracker. There we go. We've added it. It doesn't do anything yet. It's just an empty script. In fact, we could probably run it and see if it crashes. In theory, it will work and just do nothing. Should we do that? Do you guys want me to demo that? Let me commit that, and I'll push the changes. Okay. Our Unicode forefathers died, setting the SAR standard so we could have emojis in text. Yes, emojis in text, of course. When using this mod, you must be subscribed to Master Hellish. Oh, that'd be cool, wouldn't it? Yeah. Yeah, good idea. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Right, let's do that, because that means I have to like open the correct folders and stuff, and that's probably a good idea. The Docker pop-up is driving you crazy. Oh, yeah, okay, there we go. Sorry, Docker pop-up gone. Right, now. When I'm not in the app, you won't see anything, and I will switch you to the appropriate things at the right time, okay? So bear with me a second. I've got shortcuts this time. So I've got shortcuts to the folder. And now one of these folders is to my local OpenTTD. So we're going to Cargo Tracker. We'll go to my local OpenTTD. So what I've just done is copied the folder over. Right, and we're going to open OpenTTD and have a look. Robin just upgraded their membership. I did not know you could upgrade your membership. Welcome to Membership Plus. Different to Viewer Plus, but helpful nonetheless. Okay, OpenTTD. So we're going to go into GameScript, and in theory, if we have a look in here, we should find Cargo Tracker. Oh, there's Cargo Tracker Xmas. That Cargo Tracker Xmas is Gerard's tracker for the Yogscast. YouTube stole your idea. Yeah, YouTube stole Viewer Plus, didn't they? What you got to remember is that Membership Plus is my naming convention. So for YouTube, it's Membership, Membership Plus, and Membership Plus Plus. For my system, it's just Viewer Plus, and for Twitch, it's whatever they do. Peter says, I'll be learning stuff as you go. Rename the the mod to Cargo Tracker Hellish. I was thinking of putting something at the end of all of them just to make them, you know, distinctive. Like I might call it the MH Cargo Tracker. Don't forget Viewer Minus. Oh, Viewer Minus was so funny. I laughed. You can see, look, the Author Master Hellish version 0, no description. So if we accept that, Just make sure we're not running with any AIs, because we don't want that right now. Make sure we're running no new GRFs. Start a new game. Oh, it crashed. Technically, you configure my cargo tracker to track 2 cargoes, but it will still have the Xmas startup message. Yes. Gerard's script was a very particular script for a very particular use case. There's going to be some aspects of my script that's similar to Gerard's, and we might actually even reference theirs. Crash 1 of the stream. That's the point. Where's the crash counter? Is the crash counter on the series? Let's have a look. Counters. What we got? Train crashes. Script errors. Here we go. Yep. Let's. There we are. Script errors. So here it's saying that Hellish events doesn't exist. So I think on line 29. So I must have missed something, right? Where's my... I've lost the code. Did I close VS Code by accident? Yes. Class plus plus. Crash plus plus. Yes. Actually, that was a set, not a plus plus. Right. So what did I miss? Okay, we don't need those 2 tabs. Something in here I missed. I'm not seeing much at all. What did it say? Let's have a look. Handle events. Line 29. Oh, I see. Right, so we've got a call to process incoming events, and we haven't got the method for it. You know what? We'll put that back, because at some point we're probably going to need it. So we'll go to the stat tracker. We'll borrow it out of here. There we go. I missed that it was still part of that function. So here we go. Post in it, do loop. Let's have it in the right order. Post in it, handle events, do loop. And then we'll just... We'll just get rid of... We'll leave one case in, like as an example, and then we'll just not do anything. Yeah, it wasn't a matter of not copying over the handle events process. I removed it. When I removed the handle events function, what I should have done is also remove the call to the function here. But then I decided to leave it in. Right, so there we go. And now what we need to do is go back to the folders. So I'm going to go into my scripts folder, and we're going to get the cargo tracker. We're going to paste it in and overwrite the files. And then in OpenTTD, we can restart. So we go command line, restart, and there we go. No script error this time. In fact, if we go to the debug screen, it is completely blank. Okay, so our base script is empty, running, not dying. Yeah. Surprise, VS Code has Squirrel support. It didn't have Squirrel support natively. I had to add it via a plugin. Yeah. Alphen, thank you very much for your super chat saying hi. Have a nice stream. Thank you very much. I will try. I will try and have a brilliant stream. Mass Hellish, have you ever tried the open dyslexic typeface? You know what? I should really do that. Jackie, I should really do that. I don't struggle with my dyslexia too much, but it does pop up every now and then. Makes it difficult to see. Yeah, sadly you can't be here today. It looks like you are here today. Oh, you pop in, aren't you? All right, well, thank you very much. Let's go back now. Right, okay. So we have a script, and the script doesn't crash. But it also doesn't do anything, really. Now what we're going to need to do is we're going to have to track some stuff. We're going to have to check it on a certain basis. And we're going to have to then log that somehow and display it. Now, in theory, probably doing it as... Oh, God. What did... DP gave me some advice and said something like doing it in like the league table is probably one of the best ways of doing it. But what we'll do is we'll just log it first, and then we'll worry about like the league table and all that sort of stuff afterwards. Yeah. So let the first thing we do be work out just how to track what cargo's delivered. Then we'll narrow it down to maybe tracking from a particular place. Then we'll handle doing multiple companies and stuff. And we'll just grow it like that, okay? That's progress from... Yeah, it's like we've gone from -1 to 0. I'm not going to commit that change. I'll leave that bug fix in there. So, let's go over now to the API and have a look at the code. Right? Gotta go. Thank you, Jackie. Take care. You can always watch the VOD. I'm not going to do a highlights of these streams. So what we need to do now, I'll use Edge for when we're streaming and we want to have a look at stuff. So let's get that up and open. Boom. There we go. Right. So this is the GameScript API. This is the ways that we interact. Yeah. Shows the profile name at the moment. I'm not sure if it does show the profile name. My name isn't a secret. Okay, my name is out there. We just don't use it. In fact, I think I've even mentioned it on a stream before. And probably in a video before. So, yeah. It could be a potential problem. Yeah. Yeah, I have. Yeah. No, it's not intended. I mean, I don't know why. Yeah, let's have a quick look at... I'm going to have a very quick look at that. So what's going on here? Because it should... Yeah, your profile... I think that is a bug. That's right, my real name is not Master Hellish. Yeah. Because it says in my profile my name is Master Hellish. So there's a problem there. Like, it's picking something up from the wrong profile or something. We don't want the logs to say the wrong thing. We want the logs to say the right thing because we don't want people to get confused. Is it saying the correct thing on the GitHub? Is it just in my VS Code which it's been a bit weird? Let's have a look. Oh, no. Doesn't help that my taskbar keeps up. Not showing in your copy of VS Code. Why can't I get that onto my other screen? There we go. So, where can I see the changes? Yeah, it's got my name on there. I wanted it to be Master Hellish. Obviously, there's some sort of profile thing. Well, I'll have to fix that. Yeah, okay, that's weird. Never mind. Let's crack on. Where's the button? Oh yeah, you guys are already here. So what we need to do is we need to look at cargo or cargo monitoring. Let's have a look at cargo, see what that says. So we've got some enums. Okay, that's different cargo classes. Fair enough. We've got some town effect, special cargo types, distribution, and some functions. Is valid cargo, get the name, label, yeah. Okay, that's quite good. Okay. Hi, Henrik, welcome. But then there's this cargo monitor, right? Get town delivery amount. Okay, it says get the amount of cargo delivered to a town by a company since the last query and update the monitoring state. Okay, so and what we have to do is we have to give it a company ID, a cargo type, and a town ID. Yeah. I'm not going to troubleshoot that now. I'll look into it after the stream. We'll concentrate on the code now. We'll fix the GitHub between streams. So if you've got any information, maybe put it in the Discord in the relevant channel. But I'm going to concentrate on this for now. So I think this is what we're going to need. We're going to need to use this function, the get town delivery amount, because we're making a script that delivers to towns, right? And this is the GameScript cargo monitor class. So, are we going to do this on a daily basis? I don't know. Whatever the loop is, right? Whatever the loop's going to be, we're going to do cargo monitor, and then we're going to call the function get delivery amount. And this gives us an int. So, it's going to give us a local int of yeah, cargo delivery. Are we using underscores? Some people, I don't know what the naming conventions are for squirrel. Let's use capital letters, I think, for now. There we go. Yeah, there's a town and an industry delivered amount. Yes. So for the script that we're doing, we're only interested in the towns. We're not interested in the deliveries. I mean, we're not interested in the industries. Okay. Now, this won't work because we haven't passed the arguments that are required. The arguments that are required are the company ID, the town, and the cargo type. All right. So for now, I think what we'll do, we'll dump them in there. Oh, there's a bool for keep monitoring as well. Yeah, so we want to keep monitoring. So how do we need to start monitoring? If we look at the documentation, there's a stop all monitoring. Oh, here we go. Some detailed information here. This might be good. So it says class handles all cargo movement monitoring related functions. Fair enough. To get the understanding of what users are transporting, and the class provides cargo pickup delivery monitoring functions. It works as follows. Select the company, the cargo type, and an industry to get the cargoes. Triplet, perform a call and set keep monitoring to true. The return value is not important, but from this moment, the program accumulates all deliveries by a given company. Right. So to get it starting, to get it to start tracking, you have to call the function once. You're not on Discord. If you're not on Discord, then there's gonna be a challenge. Oh, what else? I'm not sure. So yes, sometime later, perform another call and it returns the accumulated amount. Okay, so basically, we want to do the we want to do this in an init to get the monitoring going, and then do it again to get the actual amount. Just keep calling it the function, and it gives you the delta, which is brilliant. Okay, right, that's fine. So this is going to be just like, down here it's going to be true all the time, right? I'm not sure in Squirrel if it's capital. Oh, it looks like in Squirrel it's lowercase. And then we need a town ID, a cargo type, and a company. Now the company ID, what we'll do is like the first company in the game when the game's initialized is 0, but you can't count on that. It might change somehow, especially if you're doing a multiplayer game. So we're going to have a way to have a list of companies and get their IDs and to actually manage that, okay? But we'll just put a 0 for now to get things going, all right? Then we need to choose which cargo we're going to do and choose a town. So we're gonna look at the town stuff. Oh, hang on, you guys aren't looking at this. There we go. So I've put a 0 in there. Let's just undo that. So what I did is I went. No, I didn't. I went like that. Oh no, I didn't. That. So we're gonna say true to that, and we're gonna put company as a 0. We're gonna try and work out the town ID next, and then we'll come back to the cargo. So the town ID, I want to be the town where the HQ is. So I'm hoping there's some sort of function in the API where some sort of function in the API where we can find out like the HQ of the company. So if we go to company, what we got in here? There's a livery stuff, colors, expense, is mine, get set name, president, loan amount, bank balance, quarterly. Oh, there's a build company HQ, get company HQ. Okay, returns the location of the company HQ. There we are. You missed yesterday. Ah, well, you can always watch the VOD, but don't worry, there is a what do you call it? There's a highlight video coming out on Monday, so you can always check that. So that could be good. It gives a tile index, but then we'll have to find the town of the tile index. So I'm going to just grab that and dump that into the code for a second. Let's put it in the same loop for now. Obviously, you won't see that just yet. This is in the GameScript company object. Sorry, class. Right, so in the GameScript company class, we've got the get company HQ function, and that I presumably just needs a company ID, right? So, oh, cool. Money. I think I've gone past it. Loan, max loan, build, get company HQ. Yeah, company ID. Okay. So now we need to figure out from a tile index where the nearest town is. Which is going to be interesting. That was the home page of there. So we're going to get a tile index. Right, so now where's the tile index stuff? Or maybe we need to have a look at the town. Let's have a look at the town stuff. Right, here we go. GameScript town. Let's see what functions we've got in here that might be useful. Is this big enough for you guys? Can you see it? Yo, Hellish, is the Discord server still a thing? Yes, we have Discord. Yeah. We use it for all. The Discord is like the hub of my community. YouTube's like the hub of my content. The website's the hub of my info. And the Discord is the hub of my community. Right, here we go. Right, right. So we got a town. We got get name is valid. Get population. Get last month's production. Growth rate. Get distance in squares to tile. That could be interesting. Yeah, oh, there you are. A moderator did that for you. Yeah. There's a link to my Discord, both the top and bottom of my website, and on my link tree. Both of which are linked all over the place. Anyway, is city... I kind of... Maybe it's a tile thing. Let's have a quick look in tile. I think this might help. Yeah. You don't even have to scroll to the bottom of the website. The Discord link is one of the ones at the top as well. So if we have a tile index, which is what we're given by the company HQ information, we can find out if there's snow there, the terrain type. Presumably we can find out the owner, like if there's a local authority. Is within town influence. Get town authority. There we go. Find the town which has the local authority of the tile. Fantastic. And that returns a town ID. Hang on a minute. Does it return a tile ID or does it need a tile ID? It returns a town ID and needs a tile index. Right. Let's get back into the code. So I'm just taking these two things and very roughly knitting them together. So we get a tile index from the company HQ. We feed that tile index into the get town authority. This is now the town ID, I think. Yeah. So then that town ID can be the town ID. It looks like, judging by the documentation, they tend to use underscores. So this would be tile index, and this one, like, I like to conform to the way that the documentation does. So that'd be like town ID. Town ID. There we go. I mean, hang on a second. I mean, it's messy and it's done with local variables and it does it every tick. But I think that might work in terms of picking the correct town according to the HQ. Now, cargo. And we'll come back and improve this, right? Obviously, we don't want to hard code this value here. We want to do it for multiple companies. We want to check whether that's, all these town IDs are valid. We don't want to have to check it every time. Ideally, we want an event that says they've built the HQ, and then we kind of check the local authority, find out if it's right. You know what? Maybe we should do that one event first. Let's have a quick look. Let's have a quick look. Right, what do we want? The events, yes. So, event. Here we go. So is there a HQ in here? Find HQ. No. It doesn't look like there's an event for company built HQ. That's a big shame. Because that means we have to keep checking. Is the HQ built? Is the HQ built? Is the HQ built? Is the HQ built? Right? Ansi, welcome. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. We're probably going to get errors because the HQ isn't built. I wonder if there's an error for trying to get a HQ and there isn't a HQ. We could run it and find out. That's one way of doing it. Yeah. So I was just having a look. Let me show you. I was just having a look in the event objects and all the different things here. Could you just not rank companies without a HQ? I'm not really understanding your question. I don't know if I've properly explained this, but the point of the HQ is so that the company can designate where they're sending the cargo to. So if we want to, we can say everybody put your HQ in, you know, town X, and then everybody has to deliver there, or everybody choose a town and everybody delivers there. You know. You might also get errors if the HQ isn't in a town authority, as others might have said. We might want to get the closest town. Exactly. What I'll probably do is I'll probably just put a message to the screen saying HQ not in authority, move your HQ. Right, but where's the code gone? There it is. The idea is the company won't get a score unless they build a HQ. Yes. Yes. This is Squirrel. Yep. I started learning Squirrel last time we did this. Is this not answered in the city builder scripts? Possibly, Robin. Yeah. I mean, we could have a look. Let me get my folder. So, Simpleton City Builder. There are a few classes. Here's the main file. Oh, did I bring it in properly? No, it doesn't seem to. I think it's because. Ugh. Hang on a second. I might need to extract the folder. We can check if the closest town is null. If it's null, we can do nothing. Yeah, I mean, this is what we want to be able to do. Let's have a quick look at the documentation. So in the documentation, right, when we're doing the tile stuff and we get the local authority, yeah. Oh, no, there's also get closest town. Oh, that's probably better. Because then you're always going to get a town that's close at some point, right? Keep in mind the HQ might be possible to destroy if it's flooded in the sea. Yeah? Or they... Yeah. That might... Yeah, that'll be better. Get closest town. That's what I said earlier. Right, Gerard. Trying to hold things together here. Let's modify. So instead of get town authority, we're going to do get closest town. So that will almost always bring us some sort of town ID back. Now let's just check here in get closest town. It says returns the town ID of the closest town to the tile. That's fine, but we need to check the other function to see what it returns. So the get company HQ, if there isn't a HQ, and that's where we probably need to catch it. Okay, so this was in the company thing, I think. Company, and we was doing get company HQ. There we go. Ah, and it returns a tile invalid if there is no HQ yet. So we want to be looking out for that map tile invalid. I see, Gerard. I'm reading it. I'm reading the documentation. We're getting there. So we want to be able to potentially handle that. Let's see if I can have a look at this city builders script and pull it into VS Code. Yeah, it'll pull in now. So this is the Simpleton City Builder script. You can see it's got a lot of constants, all in capital letters. That's probably a good naming convention, actually. We've got some enums, and we've got some functions, a lot of functions there. Some loops and events. There's a monthly loop. There's a towns update. But what we can do is we can just see where it does a get company HQ. There we go. Right. So you can see here it does gets the HQ of the company, and it's doing it for each company in companies, which is something we're probably going to do, right, at some point. And then it gets the tile, and it says if company.hq is not equal to the tile. So it's checking for a change, because this kind of like it's stored, and it says, oh, it's in a new position, right? And then it gets the closest town, which is kind of what we're doing, and then it's checking to see if the town is valid. It's checking to see if, you know, the IDs and all that sort. But I'm not seeing any checks here to see if the HQ doesn't exist, right? Maybe this only gets fired when the claim happens, right? So we need to check that. So this is the definition of the function. This is where it's called. So it's called in the daily loop. Is it called anywhere else? No, there's some declarations. Yeah, this is weird. I'm not fully understanding how it handles this tile not being correct. Okay? Because this could throw an error. That assumes they already have one. Yeah. This assumes that they already have a HQ. Tell you what, should we run ours and see what happens? So we're going to assume that they already have a HQ. Can you control? Oh, for tile invalid. Yeah, let's find tile invalid, actually, and see if they. There you are. Look, there you go. So it looks like at some other point in the monthly loop, right? If the company HQ tile is invalid, we do a continue. So they're basically skipping the company in the monthly loop. Just doesn't happen. Get company by ID. Company. Yeah. Yeah, it forces the player to build one, and that's what we're going to be doing in our script. In the city builder script, it forces them to have a HQ in terms into like claim the city. In ours, it just forces it to count the cargo. This company.hq, like, there seems to be. Yeah, it seems to be some sort of resolution of that. Maybe we should just do a get company by ID and then just use that company object. Because it seems like we can just get .hq. Let's go back to the documentation. I think I missed something. So if we go back up here, if we get the company, there's member functions, company class, public types, colors, event types. Maybe oh yeah, there it is. Oh no, that's the functions again. Maybe it could be a custom object that's extended. In any case, it doesn't matter, right? We know what we're doing. So what we should do is we should have a little check, okay, that says here, if tile index is equal. Now, I think the equality is double equals, yeah. GS map tile invalid. Then we want to, like, break. Like, not break. Come out of it. We want to get out of this. We want to return. Okay? We're just going to go, no, we're not doing anything. Okay? So we're going to say, right, get the HQ. If there isn't one, forget it. If we don't forget it, get the town, do this. And we get the delivery amount. And then what we're probably going to do is log that, right? So if we go into Stat Tracker, we can see that the Stat Tracker logs a whole bunch of stuff like GS. There we are. We'll just do that. Okay, we'll just go, right. Oh no, this is going to be a lot. This is going to be once per day, maybe. But it's fine. Like, we're just testing. It'll be okay. I need to get more drink in a minute. It's getting hot. Right. We're getting there. This is actually going to be pretty cool. Okay. I think it's going to be pretty cool. Anyway. Do we need a bracket in the condition? Hang on a second. Let's just have a quick look. Okay, so yeah, then that's the way it's done, right? Yes. Okay, so this bit, the brackets are not right. It goes like this. Let's get the syntax right here, okay? There we go. So the conditions in the round brackets, and then the there you go. Yep, there we go. Right, so that should be that. So we just need the cargo type. How are we going to get the cargo type? Let's have a look at the documentation and see what we can find out about cargo. Right, here we go. So there's a cargo class, town effect, and stuff. Is valid cargo, get name, get label, is freight, has cargo class, get town effect. So if I remember correctly, we just need an ID. Cargo type. No, ooh. There's special cargo type. Oh yeah, there you are, look. Cargo type. Cargo type is an ID of the cargo. Which is a bit weird. I'd have called it cargo type ID. But I like to really expand upon a lot of things. Anyway, so we need to know the cargo ID of the cargo that we want. What functions have we got? Get name. We kind of want the opposite. I want the ID from the name. Get town effect. Right, okay, let's have a quick look. We got the city builder script, right? We can use that to reference, and we're going to have a look at the cargo type, right? Let's see if there's anything useful in here. No results for cargo type. Brilliant. Event type? No, that's not what we want. Yeah. I wonder... There's a goal progress nut. That might be useful. Oh, there's no cargo type in there. Best company, goal progress. Yeah. Build a dictionary of name. Build my own dictionary? Maybe, but I feel like this is one of those problems that's been solved. Yeah. So then, let's have a look. City growing supplied, counter grow, nothing. Storage delivered. Look, we've got some stuff in here. Grow service, demolish house. Town growth. Growth rate, none. Yeah, okay, that makes sense for the city builder script. Get fun building destructions. That's all cool to see. There's a service here. Manhattan distance to tiles. Demolish house function. No. Send global message. Will it do it correctly, and will it be faster than writing your own? I don't know. I don't know. This is the sort of thing that we're finding out when we're doing these, kind of investigations. Like I'm learning how other scripts do it, as well as the documentation and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. There's an enum in the GS cargo. What? Have I missed something in the documentation? Let's go. Right. The game cargo class. This one. Is this the one you're talking about, Gerard? You think so? But that won't give me an idea of the cargo, will it? Cargo label. Gets a string representation of a cargo label. Get name. Town effect. Yeah, I'm not 100% convinced that that's it. Because I need an ID, and that's an enum, and an enum is not an ID, right? And there's no function to get an ID from the enum. There's cargo classes, not types. There can be several cargoes in one. Hang on a minute. Yeah, they're cargo classes. I need the cargo types. There's special cargo type, but I don't see. Oh, hang on. What if I go? No, I'm not seeing it. They are different. Hang on, data structures. There we go. So in theory, there's a GS cargo list. That might be what we want. Why do you need cargo type though? Well, we need to pass the ID, right, to the function to be able to actually work out how many we've got. So I think what we might do, let's have a look. Creates a list of cargoes that can be produced in the current game. Public types inherited from GS lists, sorters and more. Okay. What if, right, in our script, instead of doing this right now, we do... How do we instantiate... is that in here? I mean, they don't use that. Might be not the way to go, but it certainly seems like functions, variables. Uh-huh. Cargo class, cargo mode, but definitely no cargo type. Let's see. There's GS cargoes. You know, armored bulk, express headers, etc. We don't really care about that. Let's see. There is league tables and there's other bits there. Don't think we need any of that. Yeah, it would be nice if we could actually see about the an example of this being used, but doesn't seem to be used there. Yeah, you can see why there wouldn't be a direct name to ID function. You'd either have to iterate over to 255 categories or build your own dictionary. Yeah. Your script has a select your cargo ID as a setting. Yeah. But, like, I wouldn't expect the user to know the ID. So what we need to do is look at the game, find out all the different cargoes there are, and then be able to present that. Right, I definitely need a drink now, folks. If anybody's got the answer to this or think they can find the answer to it, let me know. I'll be back in a minute or two. I just went straight forward then.
Ah, Jack, you hit the tail.
Oh,
How the earth? No, I did a triple turn.
it went between you guys.
That was the biggest game of chicken I've ever played in my life. That.
Oh,
The good
no.
thing about this game is it works as a true LAN game.
Yeah, because of you. I
think
crashed
Brandon's
and
won it.
Brandon survived.
Yeah, because you crashed, I survived.
Oh, you're not going to get out of that, are you? Oh, you did! Oh my goodness. Block him in. What are you doing, Egg?
We were overflipped.
Why? Oh, he's in it.
Oh.
The wheels are spinning. They're turning.
I'll take gyroscope on it and you'll be able to reflip yourself.
Oh, nearly. Yay, he did it. He did it.
Hey. Oh.
Well, that's an explosion, I think.
Oh,
Okay.
dear. That was brilliant.
Yeah,
Away,
yeah.
away you go.
This trap is looks safe.
Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, it's got me. Oh no, no, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. Oh my god!
Teleport.
Look at this one.
Got it.
You
See
guys
you
are so
later.
like I don't know if the weather. What are you guys doing?
Is that enough for now?
Wait, I'm dragging another log with me.
It's fine. Turn right.
Off you go.
See you
then.
later. Graves now actually driving off into the sunset.
Oh, this is
Bye.
amazing. Bye.
Oh,
I've
brilliant.
actually managed to finish sewing.
Okay, it'll be nearly time to harvest.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I think. Oh, train crash!
Oh.
Okay, folks, I'm back. So the suggestion here is to iterate over all the cargoes and compare the name to what you want. Yeah, so if we can find that and iterate over them, we could probably find the name. But then from what I can see, there's no way to then get the name. Sorry, the ID out of the name. It's the ID that we need. So I'm going to go back to that documentation and have another look. Doesn't tell you what the type of object, I don't think. Does it create a... It must create a GameScript cargo object, right? In which case it does... It creates a list of this. Can you get the cargo name from the ID? Yes. Yes. I'm not sure. Do we do something like that, and it creates the list? Let's have a look at this list and see what we can find in it, and see what it is. It'd be nice if there was some. See, it's a data structure, right? So we've got add item begin. Yeah. Keep list, next, remove. There's a lot of functions. You can clear it. Ideally, you want to like... Yeah, I'm not sure. Of course, there's no stuff like that, yeah. So, like... we could just log what that is. I don't think that's going to work at all. Happy to try it, but also I don't think it's going to work. But at the moment, we're having a problem working out what the cargo IDs in the game are being used and how to retrieve them. So let's take a stab. Let's take a go at it. Right. So cargo tracker. Drop. No, that's the wrong folder. Drop it in the folder. It doesn't help that I've got OpenTTD installed about 28 times. Right. No crash. Nothing in the debug, but the game is paused. Oh yeah, because there's no HQ. Are the cargo IDs in the new GRF files? Interesting thought. Don't know. But as soon as we place a HQ in this near this town, I think it's going to go wrong. Oh! Oh! Oh, it's doing zeros! A lot of zeros. Okay, so it did something. It printed a list of zeros. Well, at least the whole function about checking whether we've got the HQ there or not works. Oh, you guys didn't see. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let's restart that. So the game's paused. If you look in the debug, there's nothing there. We unpause, there's still nothing there. As soon as I put the HQ in, when the next day comes, we get some things in the log. Right? It does appear to just keep putting them in, even though we're paused. So the game ticks are still happening. Yeah. It would make sense there's somewhere like that. Yeah. I don't know how many... Yeah, there's probably 11 zeros. It makes sense. But why they're all zero, I have no idea. That doesn't make sense. So what I'm going to do, just to stop this from running over and over, I'm just going to restart and leave it there. So this is producing a list. But that, right, we need to get what it's a list of cargoes in theory, right? If it is a list of cargoes, we should be able to look at the definition of a cargo. Let's go back far enough. There we go. And we should be able to do get cargo label, right? And try again. See what happens. So in the code, we're going to do get cargo label from the cargo. And we're going to just print it to the screen. I don't know whether we can print to the log with a function inside there like that. It might not work. But you know what? We'll just give it a go. See what happens. You started a game with 4 towns, 20 industries, 95 in the Wild West. It's different games starting in different ways is fun. Right. Restart the game. Get the game script up. Unpause. Nothing happens. Put the HQ in. Crash. Get cargo label doesn't exist. There you go. Might need to add the... Oh, yes. Oh, good point. Good point. Let's have a look. I need to keep remembering to switch scenes. I don't think there's any good way for me to automatically do it. Yeah, so we're using the get cargo label from the cargo class. But I didn't actually say that in here. So cargo class, get cargo label. We'll save that. We'll put it in the folder. I'll move over to OpenTTD and we'll give it another go. So, restart. Get the debug open. Unpause. Nothing goes wrong. Yet. Put the HQ in. Oh, it says pass. It says pass again. It says pass again. Not sure why it's saying pass. But something passed. So all passengers. Oh! Maybe. Oh, you know what it is? It might be because I'm not iterating through it properly. Because you're supposed to, like, go through the next one in the list. Like, you have to say next in a list. It's just getting the first one. And zero's the ID. Right. We need a hellish light bulb emoji thing. Right. If we go back to the documentation, right? In the data structures for the cargo list, it inherits from GS list. And you can see that we can do... There's a get value, right? But then, like, you need to go to the next one in the list and, like, iterate through better. I don't think I'm iterating properly. Has item begin next? Go to the next item. So I don't think iterating through in a for each is doing the job properly. So if we do... like list.next, it might be different. And also, instead of the label, let's get the actual name. Get name. Okay. What do we think about that? Maybe it'll work. Hang on, I've got to copy and paste the right files in the right location. You don't remember first files. There's a load of stuff. All right. So if we now reload the game, and I switch you over to the game, restart. Boop. Right, it's doing nothing. It's doing nothing. It's doing nothing. Build the HQ. Oh, biscuits. I got rid of the screen. Yeah, passengers. Passengers. So we're getting the first iteming in the list. We're just not iterating through it properly. This for each on the list isn't working. Let's have a look. I'd love to see an example of, like, an example of the list working. You don't want for each and .next at the same time. I know I don't. But it doesn't seem to, like, neither of them seem to work. Right, the for each didn't work, the next didn't work. Begin, go to the beginning of the list and return an item. Go to the next item in the list and return an item. Saving the vitamin, yeah. Yes. Okay, back to the code. So what we're going to... Yeah, I think we're going to have to do for. We're going to have to do like a for loop. And we're going to do like the length of the list. So for I'm not sure what the syntax is in Squirrel. Just post in Discord what you found in other scripts. Oh yes, an example. I love examples. Where did you post it? Because I don't see it, Chegso Kid. Oh, hang on. Oh, it looks like DP's been typing in Discord. Or did you post... Where did you post it? Oh, I need to scroll down more. There we go. Let's... You found that in another script. Okay. Let's have a look at see what this was. So, cargo list, get product, produce cargo industry. If cargo list length blah equals continue. For each cargo type in cargo list. Yeah, that's what I did. I did a for each. I don't know if it's that sort of list, right? So, let's go back. I'm going to just quit. Yeah, but maybe you have I not declared? Maybe this declaration is not right for the I. That's how I would have done it for some programming languages in terms of the declaration. I think we need to do... If I do list next... cargo... Get a name from the cargo. Wonder if that might work. For each list, yeah, it looks like we're in a general agreement that the syntax seems to be pretty much correct. Taser's going to go. All right, thank you very much. Take care. Not too many crashes. We'd hope not, would we? We'd hope there's not too many crashes. Let's see what this does. See, this is exactly the sort of thing where we're not familiar with the syntax of Squirrel and we don't know all of the different ways that things are in there. Crash incoming. Quite possibly. Quite possibly. So... Oh. Okay, so it's partially working. Partially not. It's not looping correctly. You need another argument in the for each. Do I? Why? I think this next is causing a problem. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Get value. Get the value that belongs to this item with an int item. Yeah, the next is causing it to skip. So if I do list get value, that value will just be whatever's in there and it will get the name. I think... Oh, and we want the I in there. Yeah. Yeah, I think that might do it. I'm feeling much more confident about this version of the code than the previous one. Let's see what happens. Okay, restarting. Debug. HQ. Unpause. Ah, it's the first one again. Right. The thing is, folks, I'm getting a little bit confused about the way that lists in this language are supposed to be navigated in. For each IZ in lists, if all was 0, that was to be expected. Hang on a second. Oh, is it a key value pair? Here we go. Another light bulb moment. Every name already gone. The list is a key value pair. There we go. So, you know, that makes more sense, right? So I guess we could do key value, right? And then would that just fix it by actually saying the right for each key value in list get the name? Maybe that might work. It's always going to be 0, the key and the get name key. Yeah, that's what I've just done, Mark. So I think let's give that a go. Once we understand lists and how they work and the fact that I want value. And some people are saying key, some people are saying value. We've got to get value from key. Otherwise, maybe we just put value in there. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that and see what happens. Let's put my cargo tracker in. Oh, no, that wasn't it. I put it into the wrong... I've got to, like I said, I've got too many installations of OpenTTD. And there's so many shortcuts to all of them. It's ridiculous. What are we going to have this time, folks? Passengers, 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 passengers. It's not iterating through the list. The for each does not work. Okay. For some reason, this value, I think potentially just for each doesn't work with these lists. Don't forget, loop until next, return 0. That's the end of the list. Print the damn key. You know what? You're right. Let's print both of them. Pauling says it's really simple. Loop until, use loop until, next return 0. You say it's really simple. It's really simple if you know. Okay, this is, you got to remember, this is stuff I don't know. Printing both is a way to debug. I mean, I don't see why not. Let's just see what this shows. Okay, fair enough. We'll see what this shows. We'll put the cargo tracker in the game. I've got a funny feeling it's just going to be both the first value of the list all the time because the for each doesn't work the way we expect it to, right? I could be wrong. Unpause the game, HQ stuff. Ooh. Hang on. Key 10, value 0. Key 9, value 0. Key 10, 8, value... Well, so all the keys are there, but the values are 0. Oh, sorry. Here you go. Somebody's saying, it's not a key value pair, it's a list. No, look. 1, 0, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 10. The key is the cargo ID, by the looks of it. Right? So let's go backwards a little bit on this code, because I think we went down a bit of a rabbit hole, right? Move some passengers to see what changes, if anything. I mean, it's nothing. It's just the list of cargoes. It's nothing to do with moving anything. Yeah. The cargo IDs you expect are 0 to 11. Quite possibly. Yes. Okay. Look at this. There's a cargo details debug in the Simple's city builder script. They basically get the number of cargo and loop through the number of cargoes, just assuming that every ID is there. So, where's number of cargo coming from? Let's have a look. Let's see. CB economy. Local. Yeah, number of cargoes being used there. It just loops through them all. It just loops through every ID. What am I trying to achieve with the for each loop? I'm just trying to like get a list of all the cargoes that are currently being used. Yeah, number of cargo is hard-coded. And then it just goes through and just checks to see if every single one is a valid cargo. And if it is, it logs it. It just keeps going through. Basically, the city builder script just does it in a really basic way. Your loop is almost correct. I don't... I've got a list. I'm going through each item in the list. And depending what that item is, I tell you what, I could, yeah, if I just output the item, it'll just give me the, don't know. That script does it in a bad way. I think it's not the best way. It is not the best way. I'm just pulling things back a little bit now. Pulling things back. Trying to understand exactly the format of these and exactly how it works in Squirrel. So that we don't just want to copy and paste previous code, because we're not going to get nowhere by understanding that, and also we might have some bad practices, right? So this one's giving us 11 zeros, I think, right? Or maybe 12, I'm not sure. You think you need the next function? Yeah, maybe. Okay. So instead, let's go, I just need to... Cargo list comes from the member functions. There is a next that just gets you the value. Now, does it move to the next item and then give you the value? Go to the next item in the list and return the item. I think we might miss the first one off the list, right? You do not want next when using a for each. Yes. Squirrel. It's Squirrel. It'd be lovely if it was a programming language I knew, but I don't. There is... I'm looking at the... There's an is end. Check if there is an element left. Bool. So you could do like for each with an is end. Would be nice if it wasn't some random language. Yeah, well, the thing is, there's always lots of languages, aren't there? Read the whole doc for that command. It explains it clearly how to use it. Which command are you referring to? Are you referring to the next command? Return 0 if beyond of list. Yeah. You need the begin function to go to the start. Yeah, on the next one, yeah. To get the next value in the list, use list.getValue list next. Okay. Let's look at potentially doing that. Okay, so it's saying this. But we need like get round. There's a count function. We can use it in the loop. Oh. Let's see. Clear count returns the amount of items in the list. Yes. So we can definitely use that. I think that could be a good way to go. I think the whole bit about this potentially being a key value pair was something that just threw us off on some sort of random tangent, because it isn't a key value. And I don't want to hard code it. I want to figure this out, right? So, let's see, we don't need... Oh, actually, we do need this bit. Because we have to log it, don't we? And then, what is the syntax for the for loop? Okay. Look, I've got some people saying it is one thing, and I've got other people saying it's not. So at least like some of you are wrong. Uh, it's like half of the chat is constantly wrong. While oh, I just found an article on the OpenTTD website on the wiki called Squirrel Pitfalls. I'm going to have a quick look at this. There's require, classes, function declarations. Squirrel lacks a way to mark methods as static or private. Fair enough. Assignment statements that take a long time. There's not a massive amount there. Let's try the while the list isn't at an end option that appalling is giving us. To me that makes sense. I don't know if it's, you know, the way that it's going to happen to particularly want to do it. Oh god, we got errors. Did I? Oh, I messed something up. Sorry. No, the syntax doesn't seem to be right. I'll shut up if it doesn't work. Well, the syntax appears to be wrong because we got errors straight away. It says it expected a bracket. What is it here like this? I see we've got some people saying it should be a for loop. That for loop is the one that I was going to be looking at. While needs a bracket. Did I miss? Hang on a second. Oh yeah, my bad. My bad. There we go. Yes. Okay. Trying to run a live stream and code at the same time. Interesting. Right. What's it saying now? It's saying the same thing. Got the same. Look, same thing there. See, the thing is that when you've got a bunch of people all saying different things, and some of them are confidently wrong. Yeah. Put the condition in brackets. Yeah, I think that might be it. We'll put the condition in brackets for the while. Yeah, there Gerard just said it. And then we'll give it a go. Yeah, Mark just said it as well. Alright, let's get the cargo tracker pasted into the game. Right, let's see. Do we have an error? No. Do we have an error if we unpause? No. Do we have an error if we build a HQ? Does it do anything? No. Oh dear. I mean, no, you are completely right. Being wrong is better than not trying. So it didn't crash. It just didn't do anything. Didn't output a thing. Let's go look at that example. See, Chegso Kid says in Gerard's code, which I'm not sure I have to hand. I'll have to have a look. Which one is yours, Gerard? Is it the kill count game script? Let's have a look. Hang on, it's not kill count, is it? Cargo Tracker Xmas, right? There we go. 229. Apparently there's an example. Oh, 22? 22. Let's have a look. There's a for each here. Yeah, look. So there's a begin, and then a next. Is end is not the same as the end of the list. What? It didn't work. It didn't work. I think we need to use this begin and next. Right. You think the cargo tracker Xmas code is incorrect? That will skip every other item in the list. I've got a funny feeling it will as well, because you've got a for each and the next. Let's have a quick... I'm going to have a quick look at the... Is end. Check if there's an element left. Keeps other... In other words, if this is false... The last call to begin or next returned a valid item. I mean, it didn't do anything. What we can do, right? Let's change it back to a for each loop and just see if we can figure out what's going on that type of things, right? So we've got this list of cargoes, and we're just going to log whatever this is, right? Oops. Whatever that returns, we're going to log it. And I've got a funny feeling this is where we managed to half get it working and it used to skip. Oh, it's not coming up. There you go. So we're going to use a begin, then we're going to for each through with the nexts. And I've got a funny feeling we'll get the first one and then we'll get every other one. But if that's the case, you know, we're making some progress. Right? You want the... I can give you the list to the documentation. I mean, the link to the documentation. Data structures... Cargo list. Yeah. There you are, look. 10975310. So, I think that was what I said would happen, right? Yeah, it skips. You get the first one, then it skips. There's a whole load of chat happening in mod dev as well. If you are chatting about this, it'd be great if you could use the live chat rather than the mod dev chat, because I'm struggling to jump between the two different chats and see what's going on. Yeah. DP says I got it right like half an hour ago. I don't think I did. The thing is, the weird thing is that, yeah, this isn't the main thing. I'm just trying to find the cargo ID to track. But being able to properly iterate through these lists and get a proper list of the cargo IDs is not something that it seems to be going on in some of these scripts. And yeah. Anyway, let's go back. Here we go. Hang on a second. Let's do this for loop here. Yeah. We won't use the I. We're just going to know how many times to call next. Right? What if you just use begin instead of next? I don't think that would work because begin always takes you to the beginning of the list. Is my understanding. Let me double check the documentation. Go to the beginning of the list and return an item. Yeah. I think we just want get value. Or use next. Pauling says, I do not like this language. It is a little bit of a hurdle, isn't it? So let's get rid of that. Yeah, get value. I think get value might be the way to go here. Clearly we need to improve the documentation on list iteration. I think just having one working example, right, would make the world of difference. Just to understand exactly the direction that it expects us to go. Now, for an experienced developer, they might be able to just get it like that, right? But we're learning. Okay. Yeah. That's not bad. I mean, I think we got 2 zeros. So hang on a second, here we go. So it went 109876543210 and then 0 again for some reason. 109876533210. I'm going to try something slightly different. Okay. In the code, instead of using next, right, I'm going to get rid of the begin. And I'm just going to do get value at I. and see what that does for us. This is the end of the beginning. I have no idea what it is. So let's try that again. Cargo tracker. If anybody was wondering, when you guys have a blue screen, it's because I'm showing you something that is minimized. Okay. It's not like an error, it's just not there. Oh my goodness, I've got a moth. Get out of here, moth. And what we'll do is then we'll get a function to actually do this properly. Just a bunch of zeros again. Because it doesn't iterate through the list correctly. We were close. Let's have a look. So it doesn't seem right. It looks like it doesn't matter what you pass it here. It's just getting the value of the current item, right? 0 is the first item you needed. The next moves on to the next item in the list. A begin kind of initializes it. Kind of, yeah. The value of all the entries in the list is 0, apparently. Add item, remove item, clear, has item, begin next. Oh, right. So get value is from an item, but you need the item. Right. This is look at this, right? So when you use begin, it goes to begin list and returns an item. When you get a value, it needs an item, not a location. I thought getting a value would get a value at a particular location. No, it gets the value that belongs to this item, but you need the item. So get value will just always return 0. Because the item, like if you look at the documentation, returns the value that belongs to this item. Right, we've got somebody else saying there is a key value pair now. Oh dear. Oh yeah, you want the keys, not the values. I think there's a... Right, let's go back. Let's see. Right. Let's get rid of that. Jared says, I feel like GameScript list is a bit misleading then if it isn't a list. Right. If you don't use a for each to iterate through the list, you can basically stop these mod everything right now. Yeah, I'm not sure. Would be nice to know. But what we're going to do is we're going to just do this. Going to shrink it right down to its bare essentials. Okay. And then we'll have that little for loop. We're going to... Right, we're going to bodge it first. Just to prove that it kind of works, right? And we're going to start at 0, go to 11 or 10. It's 11 items, isn't it? So we're going to do begin once, and it's less than 10. Hang on, less than 11. And then we're going to do next 10 times. 1 plus 10, 11, right? And we're just going to log whatever that is. And we had it somewhere where it was actually giving us what we wanted, wasn't it? It was the cargo type, wasn't it? The cargo type. Probably should have like saved that version. Bear me a second. It's going to be a list of the cargo types, right? So where is it gone? Cargo, here we go. Cargo class. The get name from the cargo type. So this should be a list of cargo types. So if we do get name and log it, I think that should give us what we want. Oh, hang on. We have to use the. That's not a local. That's not a local function. It is from the GameScript cargo class. Before somebody says something in chat. Let's see what that does. Because there seems to be a lot of contradicting opinions. So I think we just need to strip things down and see what happens. Potentially errors. You never know. That's not far off, actually. Okay, so if you go to the top, we got passengers twice for some reason. It's getting close, isn't it? Oh, hang on, you guys can't see. There you go, look. Valuable steels, iron ore, wood, grain, livestock, oil, passengers. Passenger again. One is from the begin and one is from the first iteration. Maybe, I'm not sure. It's a stateful operator, apparently. But I don't see why one is... we're losing some of the script log now. But I don't see why one of them's from the begin and one of them's not. Yeah, the for each doesn't seem to work. I don't think. Before loop, print from begin result. We did that. So there's the print for the begin. Which in theory is that valuables, right? Isn't it working now? I mean, we're not getting the list done properly, right? We're getting 2 out of that. There's more people thinking for each is the way to do this. We're getting one value twice. It's not iterating through the list properly. I wonder if you don't need to do begin if you just use next. Okay, let's have a look, see what... Okay, Gerard says they think this might work. I'm pretty sure we did this, but we can give it a try. I'm pretty sure we did this. I did value, not key. Alright, okay. That looked better. Let's have a good look at this. Oh no, I don't want to do that. And then, yeah. I want to know what the actual key is. I want to know what the I is. And I want to know what the name is. Oh, minimized. Okay, hang on. So what I've just done is I've just changed it so we're logging the various different bits and bobs. So this, in theory, is the value. Oops. Yeah. It's weird. It is a bit weird. I've got to get used to this. But let's see if that changes anything. Or provides us with further information, I should say. We are investigating after all. I've did something wrong. 7729. Oh, yep. It's all right. Just a little syntax issue that I'm just fixing. Don't worry about it. Right. Let's try that again. Yeah, the value is just 0 for some reason. I mean, it keeps doing it whether the game's paused or not. Yeah. Placeholder, unused. Yeah. With the placeholder, no, it's nothing to do with the cargo, yeah. Apparently that looks right now. Yeah, value is not useful here, for some reason. Doesn't show what you've delivered, no. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to comment that out. We don't need this. I'm going to bring this back. Okay. And I think this is doing it every day. We don't want it every day. We want it every month, right? Do you remember that? Oh, hang on. There we go. Do you remember this? This is what we started with at the beginning of the stream. Actually trying to get the amount delivered. And logging the amount delivered. We don't want to log it every day, I don't think. Yeah, so if the HQ isn't down, then it does nothing. Let's put something in here that does like a month loop. In the stat tracker, we have a year loop, I think. Yeah, current year, next year. Oh, I'm not sure if I want to bother about that right now. I just want to see if this works. Oh, you know what? Let's just do it. Right. Game. Restart. And then screen. Nothing. HQ. Down. Right. First things first. Let's try this. I'm still not happy about the whole list situation. Right. Currently empty. That's fine. Still empty. What's the fast forward setting? 400. So I'm not going to kill the game by doing it right. Pick up some passengers. Yeah. Now go and drop them off at the right location. 5. It did it. 5, 20 and 6. It counts. Oh, there we go. Looks like GameScript has a is paused if you want to avoid looping while paused. That's a really good idea. Yeah. There we are, that's it. Not doing anything now. After the day I have had, it has been ridiculous. I tell you that now. I've only just got the shorts sorted for the weekend and the highlight video sorted for Monday. I've had to go to the doctors about my eye. I've had to go to the opticians about my eye. I've had 2 different gas boiler inspection people around the house. Ugh. Basically, we've got some stuff. wait, does that mean with this script we can do a who delivers the most cargo video or something? Yeah. Yeah, that's something you could do. So this for each here, I'm going to get rid of that. We're going to put it in the init, post init. Right? Because at some point we're going to want to know which cargo we want to be able to be doing. I mean, we've hard-coded it here at the minute to be cargo 0 for company 0 in the town that we're working in, right? Oh, yeah, kind of need that as well. So we can keep it there for later, all right? And we've got some handling of some events that we're going to be doing at some point as well. Now, what we're going to need to do is, instead of doing this every day, we need to do it probably once a month. And we need to do it for every company, right? Not just that company, okay? So we're going to have an intelligent way to get a list of companies or list through the companies. And we're also going to have a way to choose the cargo that we're going to do. So what we'll probably do is use this code that we worked on to provide the user with a list of cargoes to choose from. They choose the cargo and it gives us the ID. Okay. Maybe have a challenge with 4 companies, but each company can only use one mode of transport. See which is the best at moving the most cargo. I mean, I'm pretty sure trains might win. Aircraft might, I don't know. Yeah. So this is how the script's developing and changing. I'm still not happy about this the value being blank in this list, and we're just using keys. How did you ever become so interested in with TTD? Just played it and really liked it. It is pretty straightforward, to be honest. Yeah. They wanted to make the scripting simpler, apparently. I don't quite, not sure about that. Yeah, the for each has been tested. It does work, and we've got stuff to do. Yeah. Your example script in Discord also uses list.getI. Oh my goodness, is it get? Is that the one that I was missing from the documentation? Let's see. Data structures. Oh, it was probably a member function, right? I'm not seeing a get. Is it? There's no get in the documentation. List.get. You can see get. I tried get value using the number of the whole thing, but it doesn't matter. Yeah. In any case, we have some code that we can turn into a return a list of all of the cargoes and the IDs and stuff. And we can get those cargoes on IDs, and we're not going to be able. We don't need to hard code it, which I really didn't want to do. Yeah. And of course, we've got stuff hard-coded in here, and we need to loop round for each company, and we want to do it on a monthly basis rather than on a daily basis. So what we're going to have to do is say, we're going to have to track whether it's a new month. I suppose if we check every day whether it's a new month, it doesn't matter whether the game's paused or not. So that's fine. And I would love to carry on with this, and I would love that we had made more progress on this particular cargo tracker script. But for now, we're gonna have to just leave it there, I'm afraid, because it's got quite late here, and I've got a whole weekend to get through before a very busy day on Monday. Because on Monday I'm going to be finishing off, hopefully finishing Wednesday's video, which I'm hoping will be an absolute belter. But I've got a weekend of family time after an extremely stressful Friday. So yeah, I need to do something about there being chat in 2 different locations, because I think, yeah, having conversations about mod dev while I'm live in the mod dev channel doesn't seem to be going for it. But like I said, this is all going to be on the GitHub. I haven't committed this yet. What I'll probably do is tidy it up and then commit it at some point. Yeah. So thank you very much, everyone. Yeah, it's interesting to learn this stuff. It does seem to be quirky. Like, I've been alright with, yeah, some of this list stuff just seems really weird. Like, to have a list and with a key value list with nothing in the values, it just seems really strange to me. But if you know that that's the case, then it seems to work. We'll see. So thank you, everybody. It's been fun. We'll crack on with more of this sometime soon, probably next Friday. But for me, that's going to be all tonight. Remember, if you enjoyed it, give it a like. If you're watching and not subscribed, do get subscribed, and we'll see you all soon. Take care, everybody. Good night.